Hello everyone. I'm very glad to bring to you a very new and a fresh course on Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude, which is GS Paper 4 in the UPSC examination. I'm Manas Srivastav and this is Tanaji IS Academy. A little bit about Tanaji IS Academy. We have daily live classes here. There are structured courses which will line up with your exam syllabus. They also provide you with live tests and quizzes, and there's an unlimited access if you subscribe to Tana GIS Academy for live recorded courses to watch from the comfort of your homes at your own devices. This is about me a little bit. My name is Manas Srivastav, and students have an experience of more than 4 years, and I was privileged to be the topper of Delhi University both in my graduation and post-graduation. I'm taking up the course on Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude, which is GS Paper 4, and we'll make sure that there is a strategic way of teaching because this paper requires a different strategy other than other GS papers for UPSC. There's a plus subscription. For example, if you want to subscribe for 1 month, the charges are 7,000 per month, and for 1 year it's 3,000 per month, and so on and so forth. You will be provided with books and study materials which will be. Now let us begin. Students, this is GS Paper 4, Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude, and this is an introductory lecture. So we'll give you an introduction to this paper, and let's see what all you're going to expect from this lecture today. Of course, there's going to be a discussion on the syllabus, but apart from that, we'll see how we are going to approach in this course for this paper, which is very important. So we're going to discuss the syllabus. We are going to see the approach to each topic, mind you. Then there's a big question on books and materials, which always come in the minds of the aspirant. So I'm going to discuss briefly about it. And finally, what am I going to offer you in each part of the syllabus? That is also going to be taken care by me. So remember these icons, these emojis. For example, syllabus ke liye I'll be using this. For approach, I'll be using this. For books and materials, this. And wherever I'll tell you that what I am going to offer you, I'll be using my own picture. But before going further, I want you all to take you to the most important lines which are mentioned in the syllabus of GS Paper 4. Okay, these are the first lines which is mentioned with before the various subparts of the syllabus. And what does it say? It says that this paper will include questions to test the candidate's attitude. Very important line. Candidate's attitude and approach to the issues relating to integrity, probity in public life, and his problem-solving approach. His problem-solving approach to various issues and conflicts faced by him in dealing with society. And questions may utilize the case study approach to determine these aspects. Now, why I'm saying that these lines are important? It tells you in gist that what does an examiner or UPSC expects from the candidate. First of all, what does it tell us? It tells us that the candidate's attitude to a topic is important. So UPSC is not expecting you to be an expert of a topic. UPSC is not expecting you to learn all the bookish theories and examples and vomit it in the paper. Every answer has to be written by your perspective, in your own words. You can choose your own examples. Alright, there is no fixed answer to any question here in this paper. So it is going to be your answer. Alright, so your attitude, your thinking, your ethics is going to be judged through your own answers. Alright, so you don't have to get worried about what others are writing, what an expert has said on this issue. It's completely your answer. So you don't have to be an expert or refer any bookish theory or examples. your own words and originality matters. Then the second point in these lines says his problem solving approach. Now, mind you, you are going to be an administrator, and for an administrator, it is very important not only to focus on the problems, but more focus on the solutions. So you have to be solution oriented. Okay, you don't have to work like a journalist where you pose problems. You don't have to work like a researcher who have to see only the problems, but you have to work as an administrator जो एक solution दे problem का long term या short term. So your problem solving approach, this problem solving approach can differ from person to person. Your examples, your way of solving problems can be different from others, but what is more important, that these are going to be your problem solving approach. So you have to, the presence of the candidate aspirant in the paper is foremost. Okay, तो पहले तो ये fear आप लोग निकाल लीजिए that there you have to be an expert in this paper. No. So before talking about the syllabus, I'll briefly talk you about the structure of the syllabus and what is the pattern of the question paper. Okay, so if we talk about the structure of the syllabus first, we can see that the syllabus is somewhat divided into two parts. First of all, there is a theory part and then there is an application part. Now, theory is based on some sociological and philosophical concepts. Well, the concepts may be sociological and philosophical, but you do not need to be an expert in sociology or philosophy. Okay, you should know briefly about certain theories, and more important is its application part. Okay, so application based topics, for example, there are topics which are based on public administration and governance. जिसमें ये दिखाना है कि आप कैसे किसी थ्योरी को अप्लाई करते हैं in reality, in real sense, as a future administrator or as a normal citizen. And this application part becomes very relevant in the second part of the question paper, which talks about case studies. All right, so there is a theory part and then there is an application part. Things will get clear as we go into the syllabus, so just hold your horses. Then there is a what about the question paper pattern? All right, the question paper pattern, like other GS paper, this paper is also of 250 marks. There are two sections. पहला section है theory section, जिसमें theoretical questions होंगे. There will be 125 to 130 marks का ये section है. There will be 5 to 6 questions और ये 5-6 question में there will be sub parts. Section B जो है वो case studies का होगा, जिस case study में 125 to 120 marks के case studies होंगे. Again, there will be 5 to 6 case studies with sub parts or no sub parts. Okay, there can be sub parts and no sub parts. So दो section में एक paper divided है, एक तो theory section है और दूसरा जो है वो that is a case study section. Okay, now this is an important note which I have mentioned here, that the pattern of the paper in terms of nature and type of question is not fixed. So the structure will be the same, but the pattern of the paper कि किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस पूछे जा रहे हैं और किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस पूछे जा रहे हैं, that has been evolving. Okay, that has been changing. It may be कि 1-2 साल के लिए constant रहे वो nature and type of questions, but next year it changes. Alright, so it is evolving, yet there is a static portion which you can prepare beforehand, but the type and the nature of the questions are not fixed. They may change from one year to another. Alright. Now, before going ahead, some misconception. Right from the beginning, I want to make you fearless about this paper. Alright, ताकि आप और comfort के साथ ये course join कर सकें और excel कर सकें. First of all, you do not need to fear about 3 things. पहला जो fear लोगों में रहता है और एक misconception रहता है वो ये है कि I need to have in-depth knowledge of theories and philosophies. Alright, now this is a misconception. Why this is a misconception? Because you need to have a basic knowledge about various parts of syllabus. ठीक है, एक basic knowledge ज़रूरत है, in-depth knowledge ज़रूरत नहीं है, आपको research नहीं करनी है. You have to have a basic knowledge. Then you need to. There is also a very big fear, and this is very problematic for UPSC aspirants, that they read a lot or they have lot of book materials. They make their own libraries. Okay, this is again a misconception. You do not need to read a lot. You do not need to collect many books, but you have to have limited material. Okay, and you need to do a lot of writing practice. You need to do a lot of writing practice. All right, so a lot of writing practice is required. एक book को बार बार पढ़ना ज़्यादा अच्छा है instead of reading many books for one time. So this the material which will be there on these slides, that is important. Okay, all important things will be provided to you. आप उसको पढ़िए, एक base book बनाइए. Well, we'll talk about books a little later. Third misconception is that you need to have exceptional writing skills. Again, this is very problematic. See, you should have good writing skills, but not exceptional. As in, कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपको you have to be convent educated या किसी बड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी से पढ़ के आए हो जहाँ पे you can write jargons and very rich vocabulary, okay, hi-fi words. उसकी कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. The reason for it is very logical, because you're not preparing for being a PhD candidate. Okay, you are preparing for a future administrator. ऑलराइट, और आपका एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर के बाद ऑडियंस कौन होगा, आपको किसको बातें समझानी है अपनी, यू हैव टू टेल इट टू द कॉमन मैन. तो योर लैंग्वेज शुड बी सिंपल, ओके, येट अप्रोप्रिएट. एट द सेम टाइम आपको ये क्षमता होनी चाहिए कि आप गागर में सागर भरें. ओके, लिमिटेड वर्ड्स में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बात करें. सो यू डोंट नॉट नीड टू वरी अबाउट राइटिंग हाई फाई लैंग्वेजेस एंड बिग वर्ड्स. दैट इज़ नॉट नेसेसरी. You should write simple language, lucid language which can be understood by a common man, और आप अपनी बातें कुछ शब्दों में बयां कर पाए. So you don't have to be exceptional in writing skills, but yes, lot of writing practice, as I have mentioned earlier, that is needed. There are two important ingredients for writing good answers in this paper. दो important चीज़ें जो कि इस आंसर राइटिंग में ज़रूरी है. Look at these two friends. If these two friends are with you, your journey will be easy. What is the first requirement? The first requirement is the vocabulary, meaning of the words. Okay, तो पहली basic requirement ये है कि syllabus में कुछ words दिए हुए हैं, topics में जो mentioned हैं, उनको हम लोग छाट लें, and we write there or we define them in our own words. In simple language, in 2-3 lines, each word like glossary एक prepare करें, एक index of words prepare करें, and उसको बहुत simple language में हर एक word को define करें, उनके examples लिखें. Okay, so what are these words? These words are basically values. There are various values which are mentioned. At the same time, कुछ ऐसे words हैं जो similar लगते हैं but same नहीं होते, यानी they are having some kind of differences between them. For example, if I say accountability and responsibility, ये दोनों words similar हैं but they are different in some sense. Similarly, the word ethics and the word morality, ये interchangeably हम loose language में use कर लेते हैं but there are differences. So we need to know the meaning of the words which are there in the syllabus and at the same time differences between the similar words. तो ये जो है, ये list जो है वो अपन तैयार करेंगे while we are going topic wise. हर टॉपिक में कौन से वर्ड्स हैं, उसका क्या मतलब है, उनके क्या एग्जाम्पल्स हैं. ओके, कभी कभी स्ट्रेट डायरेक्टली ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं कि व्हाट इज़ अकाउंटेबिलिटी, व्हाट इज़ एथिक्स, व्हाट इज़ मोरालिटी. सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं, बट सिंपल क्वेश्चन आर मोर डेंजरस बिकॉज you have less words to define them and you can't think of exact definition or examples. तो वो practice करना ज़रूरी है. The second basic requirement to excel in the answer writing of ethics is that you should know the examples and applications. आपको अपने आंसर में, हर एक आंसर में examples और applications को कोट करना है to support your answer, to validate your answer. और ये जो examples और applications हैं वो individual level पे, यानी एक नागरिक के तौर पे, एक मेंबर ऑफ सोसाइटी के तौर पे. देन एट सोसाइटी लेवल कोई एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हैं. एट गवर्नेंस लेवल, क्योंकि आप एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर बनने वाले हैं तो गवर्नेंस लेवल एग्जाम्पल. तो हर टॉपिक के ये 3 तरह के एग्जाम्पल्स अगर हम तैयार करके रखें, देन अ लॉट ऑफ फॉर्डर विल बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द आंसर बिफोर हैंड. These examples can be contemporary, they can be historical, they can be apolitical, they can be realistic. So apolitical because आपको कोई controversial example या politically motivated example से बचना है. But you can talk about some contemporary times good examples, historical examples, and at the same time try to be as realistic as possible, because you are not writing a novel, you're not making a film, you're writing something for an exam for a real cause. Okay, you're going to be a real person in the future, you're going to be an administrator. So realistic examples. Now all these things will be dealt in detail. This is what our course will be made up of. So you do not have to worry, लेकिन एक mindset prepare शुरू से करके हम लोगों को चलना है. Coming to the syllabus, now I'll be discussing each topic a little in detail. What should be our approach, and finally जो आपको मतलब होना चाहिए इस कोर्स में, that what does a teacher or Tanaji IAS Academy through Ethics, Integrity and Approach course will offer you. So as I told you, this icon is for the syllabus, this icon is for the approach, and this icon or my photograph is what do I offer in each and every topic. So the first topic is ethics and human interface, essence and determinants, consequences of ethics in human action, dimension of ethics, ethics in private and public relationship. ये first topic of our syllabus है. अब इस टॉपिक को अप्रोच करने के लिए हमें एक थिंकिंग पैटर्न अपने में जनरेट करना पड़ेगा. वी हैव टू आस्क आवरसेल्फ, हाउ डू वी इनकलकेट एथिक्स इन आवरसेल्फ? इट हियर इज एथिक्स. हाउ डू वी इनकलकेट एथिक्स इन आवरसेल्फ? सोसाइटी में हाउ डू वी डील सिचुएशंस व्हिच आर एथिकल और नॉन एथिकल इन नेचर? हाउ डू यू सी वेदर द एक्शन इज एथिकल और नॉट? ठीक है, कि जो आप कर रहे हैं या जो दूसरे कर रहे हैं वो एथिकल है या नहीं एथिकल है. ओके, सो दैट इज what determines ethics. All right, then what are the principles that you follow to ensure? So what are the dimensions of ethics? Okay, so what are the principles that you follow to ensure? कोई तो प्रिज्म होगा ना जिससे आप तय करें कि आपका एक्शन एथिकल है या नहीं है. तो वो प्रिंसिपल्स कौन से हैं? All right, या what are the sources for ethics? All right, so that is going to be our approach in this topic. मतलब हम जो भी मैटर इसमें तैयार करेंगे वो इस पर्सपेक्टिव से तैयार करेंगे. Now, what do I offer? So students, that is very important. You should know that in this topic, I'll take up basic definition of each term. जैसे ethics क्या है, morality क्या है, दोनों में difference क्या है. So I'll talk about the differences between similar but not same terms like morality and ethics. ठीक है, we will discuss it in detail. Then taking up examples at individual and society level. ठीक है, individual में क्या ethics और morality होती है, society में क्या होती है, और different issues क्या हैं. So we'll talk about certain examples. We'll discuss real life examples, conflicting situations, coming up with realistic and innovative solution. This is very important because as I told you previously, solution oriented होना बहुत जरूरी है. ठीक है, I will also provide you with flowchart wherever it is necessary, not entirely for the topic, but जो important है, so that it will be easier for you to revise. Now this part is very important. This is model answer writing. Okay, so we will at the end of the topic or in between the topic, we will take up one answer a question and we will discuss how do we write an answer, introduction, body, conclusion, because ultimately it's about writing in the examination. All right, so that is taken care of in this course. The second part of the syllabus is human values. And what does it say? It's lessons from the lives and teachings of great leaders, reformers, administrators. देखिए ये तीनों शब्द अलग अलग दिए हुए. ऑलराइट, तो एक बार सोचना, क्या एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर और रिफॉर्मर और ग्रेट लीडर सेम होते हैं, या एक लीडर रिफॉर्मर भी हो सकता है और एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर भी हो सकता है, या तीनों अलग अलग भी हो सकते हैं. So that means basically what is a leader? What are those things which differ a leader from a reformer, from an administrator? Then what is the role of family, society, educational institutions in inculcating values? Okay, so we know that when a child is born, he is known as tabula rasa. Tabula rasa मतलब एक clean slate, एक white board, एक clean slate, जिसपे जो फैमिली लिखती है, जो एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन लिखती है, जो सोसाइटी लिखती है, वो उसके दिमाग में इम्प्रिंट हो जाता है. एंड दैट इज हाउ ही बिहेव्स और फॉर्म्स हिज एटीट्यूड फॉर अ नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स इन लाइफ. सो दैट वी आर गोइंग टू सी. सो व्हाट शुड बी एन अप्रोच? अप्रोच शुड बी हाउ डू पीपल एक्वायर वैल्यूज. वैल्यूज कैसे एक्वायर होती हैं. Okay, remember we are talking about values here, all right? And majority of people acquire values when they read about the personality of important freedom fighters. तो आपको भी सोचना है कि who is going to be your role model. Role models कौन है आपकी लाइफ में, या क्या होते हैं रोल मॉडल्स, उनका इम्पैक्ट क्या होता है. You're going to think about, you should think about certain great thinkers you admire, like or follow. Now UPSC may also give some statements. For example, great personalities के से गांधी जी का statement दे दिया that earth has everything for a man's need but not for his greed. ठीक है, तो ये तो गांधी जी का स्टेटमेंट हो गया. बट कैसे इस स्टेटमेंट को आप समझते हैं, एंड हाउ डू यू अप्लाई इट इन द प्रेजेंट कॉन्टेक्स्ट? इन द प्रेजेंट कॉन्टेक्स्ट हाउ डू यू अप्लाई इट? ऑलराइट, सो दैट कैन बी आस्क्ड. यूपीएससी डज नॉट वांट थिंकर्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. जैसे मैंने आपको बोला, कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि गांधी जी का क्या पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है वो मेंशन करें, बेसिक नॉलेज होनी चाहिए. बट देन हाउ डू यू एज एन कैंडिडेट, एज अ फ्यूचर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर, यू एनालाइज, यूटिलाइज एंड apply it in the current context? That is important. What do I offer you? I'll offer you some basic definitions. We'll talk about the differences between leader, reformer and administrator. आज के लिए आपके लिए होमवर्क है. आप सोचिए कि लीडर, रिफॉर्मर, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर में क्या डिफरेंस होता है. ओके, एक एग्जाम्पल लीजिए और इसको डिस्कस करिए. क्या एक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर एक लीडर और रिफॉर्मर हो सकता है? थिंक अबाउट दिस. ओके, दिस इज अ थिंकिंग पेपर. जितना आप सोचेंगे उतना इम्पोर्टेंट, इतना आपके लिए फायदेमंद है. Discuss some important examples of leaders, reformers and administrator from history and contemporary times. ठीक है, we'll discuss some of the examples. Obviously we cannot exhaust ourselves with a long list, but some examples. Focus will be on the values we learn from their contribution. So focus will be on the values. इतना वर्क, जैसे आप गांधी जी की हिस्ट्री पे आप काम नहीं करेंगे कि उन्होंने क्या क्या किया, but उनकी काम से the values which we learn, those are very important. So we'll talk about those values. We'll do certain model answer writing practice and past year questions. Flow chart wherever necessary I will provide you. Alright, so model answer writing practice comes here also. The third part of the syllabus is attitude, content, structure and function of attitude. So this topic is about attitude. Alright, so first of all इसकी थोड़ा theoretical part है, content, structure and function. Then influence of attitude in thought and behavior. तो attitude का जो relation है with behavior, एक attitude कैसे behavior को impact करता है and finally action को कैसे impact करता है, that is very important. Relation of attitude to thought and behavior. Then role, moral and political attitudes. There are two kinds of attitudes. And social influence and persuasion. ठीक है, layman के language में आपको social influence और persuasion same लगेगा, but it is not true. ठीक है, जब आप ये समझ लेंगे कि सोशल इन्फ्लुएंस और परसुएशन, स्पेशली परसुएशन क्या होता है, तो आप बहुत सारे ऐसे पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स की बात समझ पाएंगे कि whether they are trying to persuade you by the way they do it or they are real in their sense. तो एक आप this paper is also important for your own personal development. Okay, not only for UPSC examination, but it is going to offer you so much for your life, for your personality building. So that is very important. ठीक है, so what should be an approach? You have to understand this topic both from theoretical and case study perspective. Okay children, ये topic case study के लिए बहुत important है. हम लोग को कई बार attitude को use करना पड़ता है case study में, तो theory also and case study also. Then how does attitude impact individual and society? Individual and society को attitude कैसे impact करता है? Similarly, how persuasion and social influence can impact society. That is also important कि persuasion और social influence दोनों कैसे एक individual और society को act करता है. What do I offer you? Meaning of each term, easy and brief examples to quote. Examples are very important. तो easy examples, कोई complication नहीं, और brief examples. Differences and similarities between various terms. Okay, for example, social influence and persuasion. Theoretical concepts involved in general perspective. तो थोड़ी बहुत जो theoretical concept है, for example here in content, structure and function of attitude, but not so much deep कि एक complex picture create हो, बहुत general perspective के लिए. And then I'll be providing you certain diagrams and flow chart which you can be used in answer writing, application or use in case study, and then finally model answer writing practice that will be provided to you. The next part of the syllabus talks about aptitude. So we have talked about attitude. Now we are talking about aptitude. These two terms are different, but layman के language में हम इसको बहुत ही लूजली यूज कर लेते हैं, but they are very different. Now we are going to talk about aptitude and certain foundational values of civil services. Okay, these are the cardinal values of civil services. For example, integrity, impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity, dedication to public service, empathy, tolerance, compassion towards the weaker section of society. तो ये देखिए, यही these are the kind of vocabulary I'm talking about. इस पे एक individual question आ जाता है, what do you understand by integrity? And then how is integrity different from honesty? So these are certain values which are foundational values for civil servants, for civil services. Okay, तो ये syllabus में दिया हुआ है. That is why we important list of words that a candidate should embed it in their answer. ठीक है, and so these words are there, इनकी meanings हैं, इनके examples हमें देखने चाहिए. So this is how we should approach this topic. At the same time, there are certain reports. For example, Nolan Committee की recommendation है where it talks about these cardinal values. All right. So these words we must know, at least know a little bit about certain basic reports and recommendations. Again, not in depth, but a little bit of knowledge to quote. All right. So we should know the definitions and example of each term. Okay, focus on the use of words in case studies. Now, whenever we write about case studies, we have to use these words. Okay, case studies में तो जो theoretical portion है उसको case study में use करना है, और ये words they are very prime words for a civil servant. आप जब qualify भी कर जाएंगे, civil servant भी बन जाएंगे, तो भी आप इन words को अपने दिल के पास और अपने actions के through इसको demonstrate करिए. Alright, so we'll discuss some popular examples from history and contemporary times that can be quoted. For example, there have been great administrators, great leaders and reformers in contemporary time. For example, the Metro Man, E. Sridharan. Okay, Kalam is one. Then Menon was one who was responsible for the integration of Indian states during independence struggle. Current times maybe there have been various award winners. किसी को रामसे अवार्ड मिलता है, किसी को गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से अवार्ड मिलता है फॉर द एक्सेप्शनल वर्क एट ग्राउंड लेवल. सो वो अपनी कुछ वैल्यूज और क्वालिटीज को डिमॉन्स्ट्रेट करते हैं. सो दैट वी हैव टू सी. देन कोटेशन ऑफ थिंकर्स एंड रिफॉर्मर्स ऑफ ईच टर्म. Okay, to support your answer, to make your answer more rich, certain quotation I will give related to to all the subtopics here. Then we will discuss about the recommendation of reports. Some reports, like I mentioned, Nolan Committee. We can talk about ARC report, what it is. We will discuss later. And of course, the answer writing practice, which is very important. So again, we'll do some kind of model answer writing here. Now, this is one of my favorite topic, one of the most favorite topics, emotional intelligence. It's a small topic, but very relevant, not only in the lives of administrator, but as a human being. Ye kya hai, we will discuss. So here there are two parts. One is the concept and the other is utility and application for administration and governance. So approach क्या होनी चाहिए कि एक administrator को या एक citizen को कैसे emotional intelligence का use करना है. Emotion यानी दिल दिल के सारे जो फीलिंग्स हैं. इंटेलिजेंस इज योर ब्रेन. सो दिल और दिमाग का एक बैलेंस यूज इन योर एक्शंस, in your decision making. So you have to understand your emotions and control them. You have to understand others' emotions and control them, and then act accordingly to solve the issue genuinely and effectively. Okay, तो दिल और दिमाग का एक बैलेंस यूज होना चाहिए एक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर की लाइफ में और एक जनरल लाइफ में भी. So we will understand the term and we will understand some basic emotions. For example, the meaning of happiness can be different for you and can be different from me. Anger, happiness, excitement, all these there are basic 8 emotions. So we will discuss. I'll ask you, what does it mean for you? What does it mean to be happy? For you may be different than me. So basic emotions, and then various situations. We'll take some examples of situations where emotional intelligence can be utilized. Okay, suppose for example, in cases related to women issues, we have related to the education of children, to rural issues, okay, to issues which are for needy and poor people or the vulnerable section, to old age people, that can be seen from this angle. Then trying to understand concept as a general person and as an administrator. ठीक है, एक general person और एक citizen की life में और एक administrator की life में क्या importance है. Then providing flow charts and applications through case studies and model answer writing. Again, this part. So application is very important. All right. Next is contribution of thinkers, philosophers from India and the world to the concept of morality. Now, this seems to be a very big topic to all of you, and this is a topic more rooted in philosophy subject. So, thinkers of India and the world. तो ये topic तो बहुत exhaustive हो सकता है, लेकिन बस इसका करने का एक तरीका है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, देर आर सर्टन स्कूल्स ऑफ थॉट. ठीक है, एक पर्टिकुलर आइडिया पे कुछ सिमिलर थिंकर्स और फिलोसफर्स हैं, उनको अपन क्लब कर लेंगे एक जगह, एंड वी विल टॉक अबाउट द थिंकर्स, फिलोसफर्स एंड स्कूल ऑफ थॉट्स. अगेन द अप्रोच शुड बी दैट डेप्थ नॉलेज नहीं, इज नॉट डिमांडेड. एप्लीकेशन इज स्ट्रेस. कि समझ लीजिए आपने एरिस्टोटल के बारे में पढ़ा, तो हाउ डू यू अप्लाई एरिस्टोटल्स idea in present day life? How do you apply Gandhiji's idea in present day life? How do you apply other philosophers and thinkers as an administrator and a common man? ठीक है, आपने कई बार पढ़ा होगा या नहीं पढ़ा होगा, तो try to read some important judgments which are written by the judges. उसमें they quote philosophers and thinkers, but they do not discuss the philosophy and the thought in detail. वो एप्लीकेशन पे कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल अ फिलोसफर हैज सेड समथिंग, हाउ डज इट अप्लाई टू अ पर्टिकुलर केस, वैसे ही आपकी राइटिंग स्टाइल होनी चाहिए. ऑलराइट, सो वी विल डिस्कस द जिस्ट ऑफ इंडियन एंड वेस्टर्न थिंकर्स. आई विल नॉट गिव यू एन एग्जॉस्टिव लिस्ट, बट द इंपॉर्टेंट वंस. We'll briefly discuss the examples related to those thinkers and thoughts wherever it can be applied. Different situation में कैसे वो philosophy use की जा सकती है. And one thing which you have to remember, that this particular topic of the syllabus have to be used across your paper, in your all the topics, subtopics of theory part, in your case study. So this is known as connecting the dots approach. तो जब भी मैं ये पढ़ाऊँगा, I'll make sure that I'll remind you of other topics where it can be used. Okay, where it can be used. So this is called the connecting the dots approach. तो ये part आपको और भी topics में relevant है. Then we'll have previous year questions will be discussed. We'll see how this will be utilized. These thinking, thoughts, philosophies will be utilized in the case studies. That will also be looked into. The seventh part is related to public administration, but then again, you do not need to have a deep knowledge of public administration. This is public and civil services values. All right. So public service क्या होती है, civil service क्या होती है? There's a little difference. We will see to it. What are the subtopics? Subtopics are very important. Ethical concerns and ethical dilemma. For example, कोई भी एक्शन करते समय आपको एक डिलेमा होता है ना, ये करें सही है कि वो करें सही है ना. So there's always a dilemma. So there are different kinds of dilemmas. All right. Laws, rules and regulations, conscience. This is not conscience. This is conscience as source of ethical guidance. तो इस dilemma को दूर करने के लिए there are certain laws, rules and regulations. There are also conscience, your wisdom, which tells you about how to work ethically. Then there is this word accountability and ethical governance. Okay, so there's one word accountability, the other word which is not mentioned here but is responsibility. Okay, then strengthening of ethical and moral values in governance, ethical issues in international relation, and funding of corporate governance. So there's international relations and funding of corporate governance. This is again important topic. So understanding each term and relevance of each term as an administrator and common man, should be the first approach. Then ethical understanding of various contemporary issues, यानी suppose IR से related contemporary issues क्या हैं, corporate governance से related contemporary issues क्या हैं. Alright, so these are some contemporary issues which should be discussed, and we should have a solution based approach. Okay, because you are going to be a future administrator. So what am I going to offer you from my side is defining each term, differentiating similar terms, for example accountability and responsibility. Contemporary issues जो approach है यहाँ पे, उसको कैसे इसमें देखेंगे. Every topic, terrorism, okay, war is important or not, ठीक है, what is important, humanitarian approach or nationalistic approach, where what is important. तो इस तरह के. Then I'll talk about the ethical dilemmas. There can be so many ethical dilemmas in one particular issue and how to solve it. The IR issues, the corporate governance separately. These topics are very important, which I'll do separately as lecture. Ethical dilemma, IR, corporate governance, all these things. ना वन थिंग विच इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि जैसे ये IR है, कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस है, ये GS पेपर 2 का भी पार्ट है, ठीक है, बट वी हैव टू मोर फोकस ऑन वैल्यू बेस्ड अप्रोच, तो ये GS4 के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो आर आंसर राइटिंग डिफर्स इन GS पेपर 4, ठीक है, वही चीज़ GS पेपर 2 में अलग तरीके से लिखी जाएगी और GS पेपर 4 में अलग तरीके से लिखा जाएगी। Then there will be focus on applications and solutions. We will also discuss certain best practices. कुछ बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस होती हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक विलेज में एक बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस क्या है किसी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर ने की हो, नेशनल लेवल पे, स्टेट लेवल पे, इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस क्या हैं उनको, ताकि हमारे आंसर को एक एग्जाम्पल्स के थ्रू और सपोर्ट मिले. सो दैट वी आर गोइंग टू मेक श्योर. We're going to discuss some important case studies here. This is very important for the case studies perspective. So that we are going to do. So this is what I am going to provide you. Then there is a topic on probity in governance. All right, what is probity? Of course, we are going to do in detail when we do the topic. But इसके subtopic क्या है? Concept of public service, philosophical basis of governance and probity. ठीक है. Then transparency क्या होती है? इंफॉर्मेशन शेयरिंग क्या होती है, राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन क्या होता है, कोड ऑफ एथिक्स, कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट, सिटीजन चार्टर क्या होता है, वर्क कल्चर, क्वालिटी ऑफ सर्विस डिलीवरी, यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ पब्लिक फंड्स, चैलेंजेस ऑफ करप्शन. ठीक है, तो कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि पूरा सिलेबस फाइनली करप्शन को कैसे हैंडल करना है इसके लिए डिज़ाइन किया गया है. ऑलराइट, बट वेल द सब टॉपिक्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी आवर अप्रोच टू अंडरस्टैंड ईच टर्म and relevance of each term as an administrator and a common man, ethical understanding of various contemporary issues, जैसे पिछले टॉपिक में था, solution based approach होना चाहिए. UPSC can ask you about citizen charter, direct question कि citizen charter क्या है, या अगर आप किसी इंस्टीट्यूशन के हेड हैं तो आप एक citizen charter डिज़ाइन करिए. So you should know what are the basic headings of a citizen charter. ये citizen charter क्या है, we will do it in detail when we do the topic. Finally, define each term and differentiating similar terms. Okay, now we have to define each term and differentiate similar terms. Discuss issue in contemporary times related to every topic. All right, treating the topics like ethical dilemma, IR, and this is of the previous slide. Understanding issues from ethics GS4 and not governance GS paper 2. For example, यहाँ मैं quickly explain करूँ. Right to information, ये GS paper 2 में भी है और GS पेपर 4 में भी है. GS पेपर 2 में आप केवल उसके प्रोविजंस पे फोकस करेंगे, उसके लीगैलिटी पे फोकस करेंगे, उसके एक्ट पे फोकस करेंगे, चेंजेस पे फोकस करेंगे कि कैसे ये चेंजेस आ रहे हैं, इसमें अमेंडमेंट्स आ रहे हैं. इन एथिक्स यू आर गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन द वैल्यू. जैसे एक एग्जाम्पल मैं यही लेता हूँ. राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन इज बेस्ड ऑन द वैल्यू और बेस्ड ऑन द थॉट और फिलॉसफी ऑफ राइट टू नॉलेज. Right to knowledge. Why? Because knowledge, according to thinkers and philosophers, is power. Knowledge is power. Information is power. If you give knowledge or information to a citizen, that is real democratic strength which he has. ठीक है, तो इस कॉन्सेप्ट से कि knowledge is power, information is power, इससे right to information का जन्म हुआ. ऑलराइट, तो हम एथिक्स में इस वैल्यू पे फोकस करेंगे कि नॉलेज इज इंपॉर्टेंट. नॉलेज इज गिव्स एम्पावर्स, नॉलेज एम्पावर्स अ सिटीजन, एंड दैट इज व्हाई राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन इज अ इंपॉर्टेंट एंड बेसिक राइट. देन वी फोकस ऑन एप्लीकेशन एंड सॉल्यूशंस, एंड ऑब्वियसली द केस स्टडीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन दिस, सो विल डिस्कस केस स्टडीज. फाइनली केस स्टडी. अब सिलेबस में केस स्टडी के बारे में क्या लिखा हुआ है, दैट केस स्टडीज ऑन अबव इश्यूज. सो जितने भी टॉपिक्स हमने किया है उस पर किसी पे भी केस स्टडी आ सकती है, बस इतना लिखा हुआ है. व्हाट शुड बी आवर अप्रोच. तो कोई भी जो टॉपिक है, जो प्रीवियस हमने इतने सारे टॉपिक्स देखे, उन सारी टॉपिक्स में नॉट ओनली थ्योरी पर्सपेक्टिव, फिर साथ ही साथ उसका केस स्टडी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू भी लेंगे. यानी एप्लीकेशन पे जोर डालेंगे कि एज एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर किसी चीज़ को अचीव करने के लिए हम क्या क्या कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, इनोवेटिव मेथड, स्टैंडर्ड मेथड्स, ये सारी चीज़ें, प्रॉब्लम्स को लोकेट करना, उसके सोल्यूशन को देखना. सो एवरी टॉपिक हैज़ टू बी डन इन दैट वे. देन वी जस्ट नॉट ट्राई टू लुक एट द प्रॉब्लम इन द इशू, बट ऑल्सो सोल्यूशन. और सोल्यूशन भी कैसे, जो लॉन्ग टर्म हो और शॉर्ट टर्म दोनों हो, इमीडिएट रिलीफ भी दें और लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए भी बेनिफिशियल दें. वी हैव टू बी रियलिस्टिक इन गिविंग सोल्यूशन. दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आप DM हैं डिस्ट्रिक्ट के और कोई प्रॉब्लम है और आपसे सोल्यूशन मांगा जाए तो आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि मैं वर्ल्ड बैंक से लोन मांगूंगा, ठीक है। आपकी एक लिमिटेशन है एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट के तौर पे। यू कांट डू एनीथिंग विच द प्राइम मिनिस्टर कैन, ऑलराइट। सो वी हैव टू बी रियलिस्टिक, ऑलराइट, इन आवर अप्रोच, बट इनोवेटिव एट द सेम टाइम। There are certain case studies, reoccurring topics in the case studies, उसके हम मॉडल केस स्टडीज प्रिपेयर करके रखेंगे, उसके आंसर्स थोड़े बहुत, उसका स्ट्रक्चर। फॉर एग्जांपल पॉलिटिकल मास्टर्स एंड ब्यूरोक्रेट रिलेशनशिप, डिस्प्लेसमेंट माइग्रेशन, करप्शन, वुमेन रिलेटेड इश्यूज, माइनॉरिटी वीक सेक्शन, यूथ, एजुकेशन एंड हेल्थ सेक्टर, डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट, वर्क कल्चर, IR और कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस। ये सारे कुछ ऐसे टॉपिक्स हैं जो बार बार आते हैं, तो इनका हम पहले से एक ढांचा, एक स्ट्रक्चर प्रिपेयर करके अपने पास रखेंगे। व्हाट डू आई ऑफर यू? आई टेक अ सेपरेट क्लास ऑन how to deal with case studies. I'll provide you some quality case studies for your own practice, discuss some of them. We'll provide you with a template with case study. You should practice on the same lines. कुछ model case studies with discussion and solutions. Then वेरियस मेथड्स ऑफ सॉल्विंग केस स्टडीज। फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक केस स्टडी को सॉल्व करने के लिए बहुत मेथड्स हो सकते हैं, सो आई डिस्कस ब्रीफली आप कौन से मेथड यूज करते हैं, एंड देन द चॉइस विल बी योर। फॉर एग्जाम्पल देयर इज अ स्टेक होल्डर मेथड, ठीक है। अब ये क्या है? एज द कोर्स विल बिगिन यू विल गेट टू नो। वील डिस्कस वेरियस बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस जो आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई क्वेश्चन है मिड डे मील पे, तो वी कैन डिस्कस सम बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस ऑफ मिड डे मील, ठीक है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल विलेज मैनेजमेंट या डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट में कोई बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस है एट लोकल, स्टेट, नेशनल, इंटरनेशनल लेवल, वो डिस्कस कर सकते हैं। ओके, सो this was a brief thing about our syllabus. Now once again in general how we are going to approach all the topics. conceptual clarity होनी चाहिए syllabus के लिए। कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट, सिटीजन चार्टर, RTI, इस पर अगर कोई रिपोर्ट आती है तो उसको ब्रीफली देख लेना चाहिए। एथिक्स एंड गवर्नेंस की एक रिपोर्ट है ARC की, वो पढ़नी चाहिए, डिटेल नहीं तो कम से कम समरी। न्यूज़पेपर एडिटोरियल्स पे फोकस करना चाहिए। देन प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर स्पेशली फॉर केस स्टडीज very important, okay, essential. Then there are the keywords in the syllabus. We have to apply them in our answer writing. Okay, so ये जैसे मैंने अभी तक बात की है वो keywords जो हैं, ठीक है। थिंकर्स को कोट करना, तो कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट कोटेशंस है दैट आई विल प्रोवाइड यू व्हाइल आई डू द लेक्चर, आप उसको कोट कर सकते हैं। Do not read many books but a single book many times, and then the material which we will provide on the slides here. Focus on answer writing. Okay, now answer writing is key. आपके पास जितनी knowledge हो जाए, अगर आप present नहीं कर पा रहे हैं तो सब बेकार है। So how do we write an introduction, body and conclusion? Many of you have this problem. I checked so many copies. People do not know how to write introduction or conclusion. That will be my focus. That is one of the most important part of my course here at Tana GIS Academy. Now the one of the last parts is about the books. What books to read? Okay, so there are so many books in the market, especially those books with very glossy book covers. आजकल एक ट्रेंड भी है कि जैसे ही जो सेलेक्ट हो रहा है वो एक बुक निकाल ले रहा है. So there are so many choices in the market for you. So you have to be very selective. Okay. For example, there have been some very famous book by Subba Rao, this lexicon book by Neeraj Kumar, Ethics in Governance by Ramesh Arora, and then there is an ARC report which is of government. So I would suggest कि आप एक lexicon book ले लें, ये एक base book की तरह आपके लिए काम करेगी. bare minimum जो है वो आपको provide किया जाएगा इसमें, तो ये book को आप एक base book बना के रखें. बाकी if you have time you can read, but there is no need to go in detail. All the other books are also important. ARC रिपोर्ट ज़रूर अगर आप पढ़ पाएँ तो पढ़ लीजिए, एथिक्स से रिलेटेड जो है. बट आई विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग द फॉर्डर फ्रॉम ARC रिपोर्ट्स इन माई लेक्चर ऑल्सो, सो दैट विल बी ऑल्सो टेकन केयर ऑफ. बट इफ यू वॉन्ट टू रीड then lexicon is very important, and if you get time then ARC report. Okay, so as Mr. Emoji tells us that you do not need to read so many books. Okay, so it says strict no for creating a library of books. Alright, so this was all about this introductory lecture. Before leaving you, I would just like to mention that Tana GIS Academy provides online classes from 15th October 2020. Okay, this is a foundational course for 2021. They give you online live classes, face-to-face class, recorded lecture, study material, test series, discussion, current affairs, what not. ठीक है? So from the earth to the sky, everything. All right. So try to register. Call us at this number or email कर सकते हैं, website पे जा, associated with Tanaji IAS Academy. All right. Enjoy the journey. That is very important. So I hope to see you all soon as the course starts. I'm Manas Srivastav, and see you again in the course of Ethics, Integrity and Approach, GS Paper 4. Bye-bye.